So, without further ado, I could, you and I could speak all day, but I know you're so busy. So, thank you very
Okay.
much for taking the time. Cindy Ambuehl, dear friend and one of the greatest luxury real estate agents on the planet with Christie's International Real Estate in the one and only City of Angels, Los Angeles, California.
Whoop, whoop.
CindyAmbuehl.com, Ambuehl, CindyAmbuehl.com. Cindy, how are you on Monday, already April 27th,
Can you believe it?
2026? I
Can
know.
you believe it? We're already at the end of April in 2026. It's crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy.
It's almost as crazy as this market. That's so we're all just wrapped up in crazy right now.
and so okay, so let's talk about that. The market,
Yeah.
crazy. How so?
Just really unpredictable. You and I go way back. You and I both been doing this for a really long time, and I have never seen it this unpredictable and without any formula. Like normally in a neighborhood, you can really rely on a price per square foot. You can really rely on what's going to sell. You know the ones that are going to have more trouble selling, and it's just a little bit more manageable. And post the fires, I'm sitting here right now at the top of Pacific Palisades. I'm looking out over the view. I'm looking out over a lot of burned areas. I'm looking out over a lot of wood framed structures all around me right now. And so there's growth and it's coming back, but it has left the market so uncertain and it's creating inconsistencies everywhere. Like there's no formula anymore. So that's what I mean by unpredictable. Like we have homes that are flying off the shelves and other homes that are just sitting,
Mhm.
and there's no explanation for it. There's just no explanation. And I think that so many emotions are still running extremely high post the fires. A lot of
Of
people
course.
won't buy in the hills. It was trauma, and the trauma was real.
Absolutely.
And
You experienced it with yourself and in many degrees of separation.
yeah, it 100%. And I mean, we were evacuated. Thank God, we have nothing to complain about because our home is intact, and we're back now. But this Palisadian community, it's my community. My
Yeah.
6 boys grew up going to the parks here and going to the shops here, and all their friends live here. And so, yeah, this is extended family.
Yeah.
So it's created a lot of uncertainty. A lot of the homeowners are also still dealing with their insurance,
Oh, for sure.
so they don't know. Yeah, and they don't know what's going to happen. So
Yeah.
do they need to rebuild in order to recoup their insurance money? Will insurance continue to carry them in a rental for the next 2 years, 3 years while they rebuild? What is that financial? What is the value of their property now? Like all of that's still
Exactly.
in play. So that also has led to so much uncertainty, and it's just not consistent. The war hasn't helped. So just about,
And there's that. And there's that.
oh yeah, and then there's the war. So it just and this thing called gas prices. So
The
but
little get together in the Middle East. But with
that
respect
little thing.
also with respect to the that's I don't even know how to comment on that. So we'll just leave it at
We
that.
don't
But, yeah,
even
but
need
it
we don't
doesn't
even need to.
yeah, but it doesn't help things, of course. And then especially when that little strait of the name that everyone knows now and oil prices and whatnot and all that. But
Yeah, that's not so important, right? That little strait. Yeah, not so important after all. Oh my
no, we
God.
got not at all.
I know.
We got a ballroom to build. But
Sure.
with respect
Oh, don't even get me started on that. So important.
so
That was so important.
with with respect and also with the Palisades is one more note on that. You mentioned the uncertainty, homeowners unsure about insurance, et cetera, et cetera. But also that wasn't a fire. That was a pivotal, in my opinion, community in the state of California, further, especially in the Southern California, and then further in Los Angeles, one of the greatest areas and cities on the planet, and
True.
in general, and also with respect to luxury real estate. And so it's also uncertain as to, well, what is the Palisades now? What is it going to be? Is that community ever going to be in any way whatsoever similar to what it was? You know what I mean?
The million-dollar question, Judd, it really is. And it's also all about, people want back what they lost. They're not saying, hey, build us something even better. We just want back what we lost. And I think with the village staying intact, that
Thanks
will
to
be that'll
Caruso.
yes, yes, thanks to Crusoe, and a huge fan. and I love his policies. I love how he cares about this community, and
Agreed.
he will ensure that the Palisades Village comes back. And I think what's most important when people are thinking about bringing their kids back to the Palisades are the schools open. With the village reopening, it's infrastructure,
Yeah.
it's security, it is someplace for people to walk to see their community as they trickle back in, and it's a hub, if you will.
Absolutely.
It's a hub, and so I think that's just key. We just found out. I believe the Gelsons is going to be a Bristol Farms.
Oh, very nice.
We
That's
heard,
great.
so maybe that's all changing by the day, but that's the last I heard, the most recent. So I mean, we have hope, and here in the Palisades, like, we are hopeful people, and we are encouraged to bring it back. And I think there is enough attention here and resources here to bring
Yeah.
it back. Is it going to happen this time next year when we're talking? No.
Right.
No. Will it be better? Yes. But is it, in my opinion, we're looking at 5 to 7 years
That's a
for sure.
fan. All of that, though, the way you said it and with such positivity is a beautiful thing. And further, it's such an important time, and I think we may as well touch upon it quickly. Is to bring up
Yeah.
Crusoe's name, right?
Yeah.
I was living in Laguna Beach at the time, and then to just see it and watch it, see it happen so quickly, and then this slight bit of positivity in it. I mean, there were little bits of positivity, people saving animals and whatnot, but with Crusoe, it's so you had the city of Los Angeles and the person that was supposed to be running it hanging out down in
Supposed to be. Yeah.
some other country at fire hydrants that didn't have water and whatnot. Yet a person who, to a certain extent, salvaged a piece of the heart and soul of it, the village, who we just touched upon, is a private individual who actually could have been the leader of the city. And the reason that his village, that center is still standing is because he called in private people that sprayed retardant and saved it.
And I want to make sure it's clear that he paid for.
He
So
paid.
it's
Yeah.
not like he used city
No,
resources
he used that
to
was him.
taking.
Yeah.
That's him. And I want to make sure it's clear, because I get in this, people are like, oh yeah, well, he could have saved the schools and he saved his village. What? He can't go and spray that retardant. He can't spray that on property he doesn't own.
Right.
You
Yeah.
That's actually illegal.
It's completely illegal. Of course it is.
You
Yeah.
know, but he didn't use, they're like, oh, he used water that could have saved.
No.
No, he didn't.
No, he called in a
He
private team with retardant of his
that
own. Yeah.
of his own, that he paid for on his own, and in doing that, it was a huge win for the Palisades.
It was a
Huge win.
huge, huge win. And a number
Huge
of the
win.
homes that were saved in the Palisades, using him as a big example, but then a number of homes. I have a dear friend who lives at the top of the Palisades. The reason his home was saved is because he risked probably getting lung cancer and stayed up through the entire thing, spraying it off and helping spray his neighbors' homes off
That's right.
because the city's fire officials, the trained officials,
Right.
they couldn't do anything. And so I hope Los Angeles takes a look at that when it's time to, keep.
There are so many heroes from
I'm not
that
putting down the
fire.
fire department. They couldn't do what
No,
they
no, no, no.
did.
I know you're not. I don't take it that you are at all. They are heroes,
Yes,
what they had
absolutely.
to face. There are private citizen heroes, the unsung heroes, right? And they're, like, to your point, your friend who was up there, staying up there, doing everything he could to save his property and his neighbor's property at his own consequence. We have a lot of those in the Palisades, people who were just fierce. It makes me emotional.
Yeah.
Fierce in wanting to save this and help their neighbors. And they thought of everyone before themselves and their own safety. And so we have a lot of those beautiful people here in the Palisades. And, I root for them to get their homes back. I root for them to get their neighbors' homes back. I root for a city official who gives a shit about the Palisades.
That's what I was segueing to. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you think that's happening now? They don't care. It's within the Palisades community to take care of the Palisades,
Yeah.
because we're not getting it federally at
No.
all. And locally, our mayor doesn't. She's not focused on the Palisades.
No.
Not even kind of.
No. It doesn't. From things, the bits and pieces. I'm now living in my little bubble here, but the bits and pieces I catch about Greater LA, I'm not sure exactly what she is paying attention to, but and not
Her political
with the
career,
non,
her political career.
but hopefully it ends soon. That's my two bits. So,
Yeah.
speaking of the Palisades, and absolutely, and I have to ask, how did, since we're segueing into it, you have one of the most remarkable, unique trophy coastal landholding listings that you've just recently brought to market, 17,000 West Sunset Boulevard.
Yes.
Yes, let's talk about that for a minute, since it is such, since we're in the Palisades, what a beautiful moment to talk about this listing.
Well, it is ridiculous how beautiful it is. And so there's a long driveway that takes you off of Sunset. So when you turn onto 17,000 Sunset, you are not right on the street. You take a beautiful, long, meandering driveway that takes you right to the bluff, where then you have this massive property and nothing but view. You see everything from the pier in Santa Monica. You see Rancho Palos Verdes. You see Malibu. You see the Catalina Islands. So I mean, the view is absolutely sensational. And the one thing I will say that has helped post fire is this. In this particular case, this property was zoned just for residential years ago, and after the fire, because of the transit district and new rules that are coming into place, and Newsom signed things last October, um, you now can build commercial or residential on this property, and it would not obstruct anyone's view. It would not, it would be a gorgeous addition to the coastline. I can't say that about all properties. I want our mobile home park back. That is quintessential California coastline. I don't want a 7-story apartment building, which I believe some politicians are pushing to get. We don't want that.
But
This is the ability for someone to either have a compound and just a beautiful private compound, or you can do multi-unit. And again, the way the topography is on this property lends itself to just a beautiful coastline, um, eye candy. Like, it'd be just gorgeous. We have it
it
at
looks
Edgewater Towers, one
incredible.
block down. It's incredible.
I was so thrilled for you when I saw you bring it
Thank
to
you.
market with our friend
Thank you.
Cortazo up in Malibu. It's absolutely incredible. The rendering makes it look fantastic.
Well,
It's
and that's just a touch of what you can do. You can do whatever you want there,
oh no, of
but
course, but
our
the rendering in itself makes it look like
just
well,
shows how
yeah,
insane, right? And
yeah,
we have a
absolutely.
phenomenal investment team who owns the property, and they are filled with beautiful visions of what you can do there. And they've gone down that rabbit hole of really doing their homework and making sure that what we're able to do, they're promoting, and they've dealt with structural engineers and architects and surveyors in the city. So they've done their homework and teed it up for us. It's a great investment group.
That's fantastic. And
Yeah.
has this been on the market any in recent
It
history?
was no, no, no.
That's
It was years ago. People wanted to buy it, but at that time you could only do a smaller residential home on the same footprint of where it was before. And post fire now, again, you have a little bit more flexibility on what you can do.
fantastic. Well, congratulations. That is such an exciting
Thank
listing.
you.
It'll be exciting to see what
Thank
happens with it.
you. It's exciting.
And another listing, I just because I'm it's so exciting to see it, and it has so much behind it. I mean, from the moment you did your first post about it on Instagram, and then these other magazines were, is Casa Princeton. The
Oh, hello, little
look at the
Casa
look on your
Princeton.
face, Casa Princeton.
It is it is so special.
It looks
It's
special.
crazy.
A home built by hoteliers, correct?
Yes, Home by Hotelier. They're just known for doing hotels, and oh my gosh, they did Surfrider in Malibu. I don't know if you're familiar with that. You'll have to look it up, but they're the ones that bought Surfrider when it was just this little beat up little thing. They had the vision. They came in. It's a husband and wife architectural design team, Matt and Emma, and they're brilliant. And they know what people want, and they're absolute perfectionists down to every little detail, no stone unturned. So they did that with Surfrider, and then after people enjoyed it and loved it, then they end up selling it to Chrome Hearts. So what they do correctly, and they get their number for it. And so this home on Princeton is their personal home. So you can only imagine how they did this house. Like I had 122 people come in through my caravan on Tuesday. And it was like a line out the door to get in and sign in and get it. It was almost like a museum. And then I was there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with, again, over 100 people coming through, about 130. So
That's
we had
amazing.
multiple offers. And
Congratulations.
yeah, so it's just, but to my point earlier at the top of this call, that one, yeah, I had no question that one was going to be highly desirable, right? It's a high number for the square footage, but this in particular home is not a price per square foot house.
Yeah, right.
This is for the person who wants what no one else has,
Yep.
who could never have dreamt of a home like this. I mean, you pull out a cupboard and everything is perfectly, or she measured everything, like where you hang your stuff, it's all measured out. So it is flawless. And so of course everyone was drawn to it.
Yeah.
But we're in escrow now on it, so we'll know more by the end of the week. But
Congratulations. What is
yeah,
this
we
been
had a
on the
lot of
market a week?
we had multiple offers the first day.
And it's only been on the market about a week, right? 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah. Congrats. Fantastic, Cindy.
1 week, yeah. But again, that's why I'm talking about the inconsistency, because then we have homes that are around the corner that are great homes, good price per square foot, larger, sitting.
Is it, and do you think that resembles, quite frankly, the dynamic of the market in that it's really a people craving and the money's there. Obviously, you know that. You've been doing this for it's beyond successfully for so long. The money's there. It's being just even that much more selective of buying that exact lifestyle, right? Because the homes right around the corner from Casa Princeton, I'm sure they're magnificent, right? They're magnificent. But they
Right.
just don't have that, what Casa Princeton has, as you just described it. It just has it, right?
It has the it factor big time, and you feel like you're transported somewhere else when you're there. The people were coming and they weren't leaving. That house was packed. People did not want to leave. But it's also trending into another part of what's happening in the market right now, where people are looking for turnkey. I think a lot of the fire victims, especially, they don't, if they're having to rebuild on their lot and it's going to take 2 to 3 years,
If
they
they're
don't want to
lucky.
then move into something and they're having to do work on that. They want turnkey.
Yeah.
They just want to move in, bring their toothbrush, bring their linens, and be done. Like, they're just overwhelmed. They've dealt with a lot, and if they're going to have to do work on something, it's probably going to be the property that they're going to have to rebuild.
Mhm.
But they don't want. They don't. Also, they're exhausted. They're worn out. They've dealt with so much this last year, and to be able to just move into a home like that, that's just done and it feels good. It warms your soul to be there, and that's what people need right now.
And those homes, excuse me, are very rare to come across. I think
Very rare.
of all of the magnificent luxury homes or estates that I've been in, I think there's one that I could say that I was fortunate to walk through, and I didn't want to leave. It was, as you say, you're almost like transported to this little piece of Narnia or Never Land, you know?
That's what this home is. Yeah. And it's not up in the hills. And we just sold Shalon, which was 21 million in the hills. And that's random, right? Because they were fire victims and they bought it. But that was our pushback over the past year. This is what I mean. There's no consistency.
Right.
It's been really unpredictable. So there's an expression that I always say, and it's to my kids, to my team, like, don't complicate things, right? Don't go around the block to get next door.
Right. Yeah.
Don't go around the block to get next door. Just keep it simple. And we're having to go around the block to get next door on almost every single deal, because it's just, emotions are still running high. Some people are talking about leaving, but I've got more people coming back than you can imagine. So I feel very strongly about LA. I love LA.
And I do.
I love it. And I believe in it. I believe in the people. And if people want to leave, I wish them all the best. They'll come back. They'll come back. I'm talking to you, like I said, looking out over the Pacific Ocean. Nothing.
I'm looking at the Pacific right now too. Different vantage point, but same thing.
Where are you? You're still in Laguna or no?
No. I, knock on wood, have, of all the amazing places I've lived, I've finally found a home in the South Bay.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. That's my point.
Absolutely love it.
Love
Absolutely.
South Bay. Love the South Bay. I've sold a lot down there.
I'm sure you have.
Love the South Bay. But this is what we have. And oh, it's 71 degrees outside right now. So,
Exactly. Exactly. I've never, and to your point, with respect to, I've lived in Southern California and in Los Angeles throughout my life as well. And this, Santa Monica specifically twice. I love Los Angeles, and I love that we have one of the most magnificent lifestyles. And I've lived in South Beach, Miami Beach. I've lived in Aspen. I've done it all.
yep.
And what we have here, like you said, and so what I eventually came back, and this time I found a love and passion for it more so than I've ever had. And it happened to be in Los Angeles. I always thought it might be in
There's an
Miami Beach.
appreciation for it. Yeah, you have an appreciation for it. We
Absolutely.
travel a lot. We love to explore. We're always grateful when we come home. I'm in Santa Monica Canyon. It's just like this best kept little secret. It's just a community and it's a neighborhood and friends that we've been with for 22 years. June will be 22 years. And so that's home. And we feel grateful.
So grateful as well that the fire didn't make its way to you guys. And also, I know that the family is doing well from what I see on your Instagram. So congratulations on that as well.
Thank you. To my son's working with me right now.
I know that's right. Oh, Luca looks like
Ah,
he's doing absolutely amazing.
yep. Luca's crushing
It
it.
looks like it, and he's very
He
good at his Instagram posts, by the way, too. He's good. He lets his heart
I
out.
know.
Yeah.
I know. But that's Luca. Luca's extremely authentic and there's no posturing with him. He's just who he is. He's the most authentic human. He's very confident without being cocky. He's hardworking. Yeah,
He
I'm a
seems
proud
like
mom.
he's a natural at it. And there was a post he did last week or the week before for Casa Princeton. And, I of course read all of your posts and his now. And it was so authentic. And I read it and thought that's
Yeah.
one of the best Instagram posts I've ever seen. It was short and sweet, but it was
Oh,
just so good.
I'm going to tell him that you said that.
Yeah.
And then Anton, Luca is 25 and then the twins are 23. Anton is one of the twins. He was also a football player. So he graduated last May and they really wanted him to stay and play a fifth year, but he was done. Came and joined me. And so now he's been with us 8 months, 9 months and crushing it. Crushing it.
That is so fantastic. In one of the most competitive luxury real estate markets on the planet. And look
I
at you
know.
must be so proud, not only because you have such a beautiful family, yet because further you have such a passion for Los Angeles. You have such a passion for your career, your family, obviously. And then what you've now created, perhaps something you may have not foreseen or set your sights on, is you've created what it's a beautiful thing. You've created somewhat of the Cindy Ambuehl family luxury real estate dynasty. It's
It's
magnificent.
crazy. It's a little bit of a dream because I never wanted to pressure my kids into, oh, do what I do. Like I wanted them to follow their dreams,
Right.
just completely. And so first Alexander, who's now 31, married, giving us our second grandchild. He lives in Arizona with his wife and family. He came to work with me right out of college. He was a quarterback at IU and came and worked with me and he loved the development side of it. And he was with me for about a year and a half, 2 years, and went to Arizona to do development there. And he's crushing it. But it was fun having him with me for a short period of time. And then Luca got out of college and he said, I want to know what you think about me coming to work with you. And I'd always let them bring it up. Like I never brought it up because again, I didn't ever want them to feel pressured in any way.
Yeah.
And so when Luca came to work with me as well as Anton, I told them both, if any time you're like, yeah, this isn't for me. Yeah, maybe it's not so fun. Maybe I don't want to do this. Maybe I'm drawn to do something else. No pressure
Yeah.
because this job requires so much,
Right. And
and no one
especially a
understands it.
passion and a love for it. Yeah.
And if it's not making you happy, if it's not something you see yourself doing for, over the next few decades, like, no problem, don't do it.
Don't do it.
I
Yeah.
don't do it. But I will say this, and I keep saying I have to find a way of only recruiting Division 1 athletes because I have to tell you,
Good luck with that.
well, it's crazy because the discipline they have, the accountability they
Yeah.
have,
Yeah.
the work ethic they have. They're the first ones to show up. They're the last ones to leave. They are fair to their teammates. They're only as good as the guy they're protecting next to them on the line. Like you know what I mean? Like they're really of that mindset, of that team mentality.
Those are really
And
good points. Yeah.
yeah, and so it's not that an individual sport like golf or tennis isn't, that teaches you great discipline as well, but as far as a team, especially, it really, you have to, especially as quarterbacks, you have to know how to run a team.
Yeah.
You have to know how to manage so many different personalities from so many different walks of life, um and they've done that, and they've been a part of that, and so they show up.
Right.
It's really interesting to me watching that, and there is a difference.
Absolutely. Those are very good points. And as you very well know, intrinsically as being a successful luxury real estate agent is it is a team effort. It is just like the F1 car driver. It's not an individual sport. There's a massive team that makes sure that person that makes it around each lap every time and whatnot. It's a team effort. Just
That's
like
right.
with the
That's
luxury real
right.
estate agent, you obviously think, well, it's just Cindy Ambuehl. It's like, no, there's a team that orchestrates and ensures all this happens. So in essence, you're the quarterback of Cindy Ambuehl.
Yes, I have a marketing team that you don't see, that doesn't get the attention, and they've got their heads down at their desks every day making sure that I'm covered and that I'm protected as the quarterback, right? They're there making sure that all my marketing is out, my open houses are marked, my signs are ordered, my print is great, my branding is great, my social is great. Like everything represents who I am and represents what I promised to my sellers I would do. They're there doing that, and then I have my director of operations, Dana, who's a rock star, and she's keeping my life organized on my calendar. So it is a team effort. And then I have a sales team that's out there hustling, sitting open houses, making calls, door knocking. I'm proud of them. They're working hard.
And yeah, I just think it's so fantastic that the Cindy Ambuehl family dynasty, and
How fun, right?
I love it.
It's so
It's
fun.
it's so
It's
it's
so
so
fun.
it's so great.
It's
Is
so
there?
fun.
I am so humble and grateful to have now gotten just under 30 minutes of your really valuable time, Cindy, on this Monday morning. Thank you so much, as always, for taking the time. Is there anything that I didn't ask you that I should have, or anything that we didn't touch upon that you would like to?
No, I think keep believing in California real estate. Keep believing in LA real estate. I believe in it to my core, and as I'm looking out over progress, is what I'm looking at right now. You should see what I'm seeing. All of the wood framing going up. 6 months ago, there was none of that. This is progress. So
I love how
we're
you
on our
just
way
said that,
back.
though. You should see what I'm looking out on. I'm looking out at progress. That was beautiful. I love it.
Looking at in progress.
Well done, my friend. Cindy
Thank
Ambuehl,
you.
Christie's International Real Estate Los Angeles, cindyambuehl.com, CINDYAMBUEHL.com. Cindy, have a fantastic rest of your day. Have an
You
amazing week.
too.
And
You
I look
too.
forward to speaking again soon, my friend.
Mwah, I look forward to it as well. Be well.
Ciao. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye. Ciao.